Hi, I'm Adam Rossen from the Rossen Law Firm. We're criminal and white-collar defense attorneys in the state of Florida. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about another great case result that we had. This one was involving a young female, about 22, 23 years old, right around Christmas time. She was accused of shoplifting, of petty theft at the Boca Town Center mall, and we got her entire case dismissed because she was falsely accused. So in this case, our client, her name is Allison, and it was right around Christmas time. And Allison was with a group of her friends at the Boca Town Center mall, and she went into Hollister to do some shopping. And Hollister had a young, about a 25-year-old loss prevention officer. Now, this guy, this kid, whatever you want to call him, he went to FSU, Florida State University, and he was a big football player, and he wanted a career in law enforcement. And like so many of these loss prevention officers, we call them LPOs, or APO, asset protection officer as well. Sometimes they call them. They're wannabe cops. They do asset protection or loss prevention as a way to gain experience, meet police officers, and try to kind of get an in with the department. And that's what this guy did. He was all about the police, and that's just, he was basically an overzealous wannabe cop. And so he's there and he's profiling our client, Allison. He's watching her. He's literally, just profiling her. And he thought that she was there with her group of friends to steal some clothes right around Christmas time. Well, she wasn't. She was shopping. And as she leaves, she walks out with her group of friends. He runs after and starts to scream at them, screaming and yelling, "Stop, stop, I caught you, blah, blah, blah." So what does she do? She starts running. Okay, now you might say, well, why is she running if she didn't steal anything, right? Well, she was running because she was terrified of him. She was scared of him, and he was being very aggressive, especially with a big, bulky male yelling and screaming at a little tiny female. She's running through, picture this, she's running through the town center mall, okay, with this big burly man screaming and yelling and chasing after her. They run past another store. And the worker in the store, the lady who was working in that store, she called 911 for a domestic violence issue. She thought this male was running after my client, Allison, and ready to commit an act of domestic violence, right? Crazy stuff going on here. He actually ends up tackling her to the ground. Her purse and everything spills everywhere. Well, you know what didn't spill anywhere? Any clothes that she stole, because she didn't steal anything, okay? Well, what happened was the Boca police came. They did a terrible investigation. They took his word for everything, and they still arrested and charged my client, Allison. Now, how can you say if they didn't recover any items, can you say they still arrested her, right? Well, very good point. But what they say is that attempted theft is still theft, and you don't actually need to recover the items to, if they believed a civilian witness, which they did. They believed this loss prevention officer. So we got the case. It was, complete BS all the way around. We pushed this case very hard, very aggressively, because she never should have been arrested in the first place. Again, even, it was a terrible case. It was a weak case. So what did we do, right? Well, we made sure to subpoena, find, track down and subpoena the other store worker that called in the 911 call. We got the 911 call. So we have the 911 call hearing her in terror and fear saying, "Hey, the cops this man is chasing this woman. I think it's domestic violence. Police, you need to come right now." We questioned her. We turned her into our own defense witness, and we're going to call her on our behalf. And then we had a chance to take the deposition of this loss prevention officer, this wannabe cop. And there's nothing quite like getting an attorney in the room with an attorney, the prosecutor, and the court reporter with this witness, right? And me grilling him and grilling him and grilling him, and getting to see how defensive he was and how standoffish he was. And he was flat out, he was just a jerk. And the prosecutors looked at everything, and finally that was kind of the nail on the coffin where they said, yeah, we're dismissing this entire case Your client never should have been arrested, never should have been charged. Gone, dismissed. So we went ahead, luckily, right? We did the work. She hired the right attorneys, and we had a very good prosecutor that was able to see through all of the mistakes of the Boca Police Department and the serious mistakes of this wannabe cop. And charges were dismissed. We then moved to expunge Allison's record because she had never been in trouble ever before. And we were able to help her achieve her best future. And I'm very proud of this case result because, it was a chance for us to right a wrong, to truly, really help her through this. And we did. So I'm very happy, very proud about that. If you folks ever have any questions at all, feel free, give us a call. We do these videos on our channel because we want people to really learn more about criminal law, and we want to help more people. So, like our channel, subscribe, comment on this video. We love the interaction, and you can always give us a call. We do free strategy sessions where we don't just do a consultation, but we're going to talk deep about your case. We're going to talk strategies, tactics. We're going to tell you how and why and what the goals are. And we all do that, for our clients. You can reach us at 754-206-6200.